Thank you again. Welcome everybody to the second webinar of the Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Today we are going to talk about our report that we just published about the trends on the collaboration between the two biggest continents, Asia and Africa. We're going to have the honor to hear the president of the Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce speak to us about how the fastest growing chamber of commerce and industry in the world, how we are doing, opportunities for collaboration and everything. We'll also then present the report that's available online right now. And then lastly, we'll talk about the July trade mission and trade fair happening in Abeokuta, where Asian companies and Nigerian companies are coming on to demonstrate the possibilities, the investment opportunities, and everything. This is the first trade mission of ACCI to Nigeria, and the member companies coming to showcase their products, coming to form partnerships, come to do invest in Nigeria. We'll tell you about that event and how you can participate. I will then take Q&A. So the agenda for today, my colleague, can you put the agenda for today so everybody can see it if you have one? Otherwise, let's just play the video right away about to start to get going. Play the video of the Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce.
Asian African Chamber of Commerce and Industry is your gateway to a world of endless business opportunities and network. This is the fastest growing transnational global chamber of commerce promoting bilateral trade and economic development dedicated to guiding and empowering MSME across Asia and Africa to achieve sustainable economic growth, serving as a pivotal liaison between African and Asian businesses. Its core objective is to advocate for member countries and parliaments, industry commissions, regulatory bodies and governments across the African and Asian continent. It works in conjunction with national and regional chamber partners, spreading support for trade, business, and investment. Together with its MOU partners and their global members, ACCI has been fast spreading its member network over multiple domains, trend for which it has been termed as the fastest growing chamber in the region. Our governing council comprises over 80+ distinguished individuals, each wielding considerable influence, while our advisory board boasts a membership exceeding 200. This collective expertise is further bolstered by a worldwide membership base covering all possible business domains with its international chapter offices in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Japan, Philippines, Mauritius, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Ethiopia, Jamaica, Georgia, and Florida. ACCI collaborates with local and bilateral chambers of commerce to promote our members' interests globally, being headquartered in India with its global secretariat in and about Gujarat, with local presence in the states of Maharashtra, East India, Punjab, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Odisha. ACCI is committed to creating an environment for business success in Asia and Africa. Its global activities range from national and international events to representing the chamber and government events of various countries. It organizes global trade delegations and collaborates with other chambers to strengthen its international footprint. One of the most widely acclaimed high-level diplomats meet a cornerstone of its endeavors, has yielded substantial results by bringing together country representatives and business owners and investors on the same platform to evaluate and collaborate. Trade and investment models were $200 million have been signed through HLDMs. The objective of these events is to provide ample networking opportunities to its members and patrons, as well as to encourage businesses by recognizing their fine efforts and facilitating them for their unbeatable accomplishments. Together, we are building a brighter future for businesses in Asia and Africa. Join ACCI and be a part of this thriving community today. Chamber of Commerce and Industry is your gateway to a world of endless business opportunities and network. This is the fastest growing transnational global chamber of commerce promoting bilateral trade and economic development dedicated to guiding and empowering MSME across Asia and Africa to achieve sustainable economic growth, serving as a pivotal liaison between African and Asian businesses. Its core objective is to advocate for member countries and parliaments, industry commissions, regulatory bodies and governments across the African and Asian continent. It works in conjunction with national and regional chamber partners, spreading support for trade, business, and investment. Together with its MOU partners,
Chamber of Commerce and Industries to join us and tell us more about the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please welcome Mr. MJ Puri. Mr. Puri, welcome.
Sir, I hope I'm audible. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Dr. Akintoye.
Thank you.
It's my great honor to, thank you, sir. It's my great honor to be today again with one of my most favorite place in Africa, that's Nigeria. So I welcome everybody watching us today live from all different parts of the world, I'm sure. Okay, let me start with a small introduction. My name is MJ Puri. I'm the Director General with Asian African Chamber of Commerce and Industries. And as we all know, Asian African Chamber of Commerce means it is a bilateral transnational chamber of commerce, which connects the Asia continent and the African continent. Now, when we talk about Asia and Africa, these are not two different continents separated by the ocean. They are two separate growth engines which are connected by opportunity, innovation, and destiny. So we take great honor in our support extensions for whatever supports is there for Africa region. When we are talking about Africa and Asia, there are a lot of things in common. Today, if we are discussing about the economic growth, looking at the current geopolitical situation, Africa stands as one of the strongest player in the market today, offering abundant opportunities for growth, success, innovation, technologies, partnership in multi-sectoral industries, starting from pharma, agriculture to AI. I mean, like, it's a whole structure. If I keep on speaking, maybe I can endlessly speak for the whole day. But yes, I would not like to put things at length, but yes, putting things in position. I would like to begin with the question answers from the host for this webinar, wherein I can explain the best possible in my capacity as the DG. Please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you now.
I said,
Yes,
you said that the Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce and Industries is the fastest growing chamber of commerce and industry in the world. Can you share more audience on the growth of the Chamber of Commerce network and the opportunities for members there?
Indeed, a much asked question, very frequent. The only reason we are known as the fastest growing global chamber is because we have strong team members. Like I have one exactly in front of India. The whole team consists of young, enthusiastic, like-minded professionals. That is what makes AACCI much different than other routine or traditional chambers. Now, if I just talk on the statistic figures, just the recent one, that is 2024-25, AACCI was able to instrument and be supportive in a business worth $92 million+. That's what AACCI globally supported in terms of trade and commerce. If I talk about recent innovations or recent achievements for this year itself, ACCI was instrumental in acquiring a 500 megawatt electricity solar project from Zambia, which was a PPA signed for 25 years and shared among the other solar project innovators who were looking for these kind of projects. ACCI has been instrumental in supporting the MSME any country. When I say or talk about MSME, MSME doesn't mean small scale industry. MSMEs mean a powerful economic spine of any country's economy, basically, because they are the highest taxpayers. They are the one who are looking forward to do business. They are eager, enthusiastic, and creative to step in, risk at place, and do things innovatively. So ACCI has always been committed to support the MSMEs at large. Apart from this, as you already know, ACCI is spread across well in Asia and Africa, and we are still growing. When I talk about the Asian continent segment, in Asia, we have chapter offices in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Japan, Philippines, South Korea. We are just coming up with one chapter office in Thailand as well. When I talk about the African continent, starting from Mauritius, Madagascar, Kenya, Ethiopia, Ghana, Nigeria, we are putting up one chapter office in Sierra Leone very soon, and we are also coming up with one chapter office in Ivory Coast and DRC Congo. So these are the areas where ACCI is looking at firmly. Apart from Asia and Africa, what we are now trying to do is we are trying to create a triangle that is with Asia, Africa, and the European and the Western countries as well, so that we can perform better. We can create a win-win situation at large, not only for the performers, but also for the investors, and how we can globalize with the support of ACCI. With this segmentation and, of course, the vision and mission of our chairman, Dr. Jidit Singh, we also now have chapter offices in places like Jamaica, we have in Florida, as well as Georgia. Very soon, we are eyeing upon and working upon to have a chapter office in Mexico as well. So this is how ACCI is currently placed. Our vision and mission is to strongly support innovations, technology, upliftment of MSMEs, any kind of hindrances that are there in trade, also support the government to have better policy amendments. That is what ACCI has been doing all these years. And with the support of course, all team family members, I would say, not just team members. Now they are all like you. They are all ACCI family members. So we would like to see how better we can grow together, create a platform which can be beneficial to all and create a win-win situation for all.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that detailed explanation. Another thing I would like to speak about is the networking possibilities for members across. So ACCI has a database of all its members in every country. So as a member of ACCI, you get to be connected to other members around the world to facilitate trade and collaboration. Can you just speak to us about that network? And now, for example, I'm sure that network was instrumental in doing the 500 megawatt solar, which is what Africa needs, energy. Just give us an example of that network and how it works, the app and everything that ACCI is making networking for MSMEs, which are the critical engine of growth in any world. Very important, please.
Yes. To be very honest, Doctor, this is a very common technical hindrance for any chamber of commerce who is looking forward to go beyond its own country borders. So even initially, ACCI was also having this initial concerns, but with the vision and mission of Dr. Jidit Singh, also with our special advices from our Secretary General, Dr. Neetu Singh, and the core team members of ACCI, we have been able, and I would say we are the first ever to go beyond levels to see how we can accumulate everybody. Now, if you look at a technical concern, say for example, you are heading the Nigeria chapter. You are in a very strong position to support all the members who are from Nigeria. But how would you conduct meetings? How would you conduct trade inquiries with other country members? It is very difficult, right? So like this, any chamber of commerce would have this hindrance. But with ACCI, luckily we have been able to find out a very nice solution. The name of that solution is ACCI now has AACCI web application. Now, when I say this web application, all the members all the family members who are a part of ACCI on any designations, it could be starting from a trade ambassador, trade councillor, chapter president, national presidents, committee chairmen, to even a member. Everybody gets a login to a special application known as ACCI web application. So currently, we are very happy to announce we have more than 35,000 members in this web application.
Wow.
So all these members have a flexibility to put in their services requirements openly on that platform. So anybody who is interested can address that particular inquiry. Say for example, a member of mine from Japan chapter has done some shipment to, say for example, to Nigeria, Lagos. Now, due to some or the other reason, technical reason maybe, he needs a CNF agent there in Nigeria customs maybe. He cannot travel all the way from Japan to Nigeria to even sort it out this. It's not economically viable for him. But he can just put it in the requirement that, okay, he is looking for a CNF in Nigeria. So all Nigerian members can have a look at it, apart from the other members also. Anybody can directly contact him straight away without wasting time. Same way, say for example, somebody from Kenya is looking to procure maybe 5,000 metric ton of rice or maybe sugar or maybe anything else. He can post his requirement. Anybody from India or other countries can support chat. This is a complete transparent system where anybody can put in their requirements, and the reciprocal, other members can visually see it and they can start discussing immediately. That is what the arrangement is there with AACCI as a web application. Currently, with just 35,000 members, we have actively participated in this. What I'm now looking at is, apart from members, AACCI strategically has more than 40 plus MOU partners across the globe. Now, when I say MOU partners, they are basically the national chamber of commerces of that respective country.
Okay.
Say, for example, in Kenya, if I talk about Kenya National Chamber of Commerce is MOU partner with AACCI. If I talk about Ethiopia, Pan-African Chamber of Commerce, Ethiopian Chamber of Commerce, they are all partners of AACCI. So now, with the permission of Dr. GD Singh, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to extend this support level even to the MOU partner member network as well. So very soon we will start adding. Very soon we will start adding all the members from these MOU partners on the same global platform. It means by 2026 end, I'm eyeing upon to have around 1.5 lakh members on this platform, and maybe by grace of God, in 2027, I'm sure we'll be crossing around 500,000 top MSME, genuine MSME members on this platform. That is what the vision and mission of AACCI as on date is.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. That is impressive.
Okay.
And it looks like AACCI is about to change the game for business network and relationship globally. And it's my honor and pleasure to be part of your family. That is amazing information for everybody. So all of you listening out there, once an AACCI member, you have access to over 500,000 companies around the world to do business with, and Chamber of Commerce to facilitate your trade. This is why Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce is the fastest growing chamber of commerce in the world, using technology, market presence, relationships to build a better and more efficient investment and trade platform. Thank you, Mr. Puri. Hope you stay on the seminar with us while we present our reports on the same thing. And this report was done without even knowing this great innovation they have just done. It then means that even our targets for us is not going to be, is now small, because with this network, we are sure we can engender more trade across members from Nigeria globally. So thank you, Mr. Puri.
Perfect, sir.
And hopefully you stay for Q&A, because there'll be a chance for Q&A with our audience. But at this point, let's now present our report. So as part of the Chamber of Commerce member, we then do annual biannual reports. on trends across Asia, Africa on trade. This report is to help our members guide and understand and plan for what is happening, opportunity and position. So guys, can you load the slide so we can present it for the audience? Thank you. So these are first reports that we're presenting, and it's called Bridging Two Continents and Building the Future. And that's what you heard Mr. Parisi were doing. We're building the future, making it seamless, making it efficient, and actually being our brother's keeper. Because doing this one, we not only lower cost of business, we increase the upside for businesses, and we also ensure that in the world we live in doesn't have to be too distant. Technology makes it close and people closer. So where are we so far? You hear Mr. Parisi talk about these numbers. These numbers we see for the. So a lot of people don't understand that the Asia-Africa relationship is an old one, and the corridor trade is on the rise. Numbers you see on the screen there show what is happening generally. Anyway, $300 billion deals were done across the continent by last year. Year-on-year growth of 8%. It's one of the fastest growing intercontinental trade around the world.
Correct.
And it's grown more than 3 times by past 3 years. It's growing, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't see this trend. The Asia-African trade corridor is one of the fastest growing trade corridors in the world. 80% compound annual growth for almost 20 years now and more. Next slide, guys. And unlike most relationships where it is one way, is one person just bringing capital or the trade and one person getting exploited, the relationship between Asia and Africa runs both ways. How is that? If Asia benefits from Africa, not only in terms of resources, not only in terms of crude or rice, also in terms of talent, skill, innovation, fintech, renewables. And Asia gives Africa the same partnership, know-how, the competent technology. So both parties always benefit. The numbers are there for you to see. On both sides, every year, both parties are getting part of that benefit. I mean, Asia, Africa is almost an equal relationship. And this is very important because a partnership must be mutually beneficial. Otherwise, it's not a partnership. So this is a very deep partnership. China, India, Nigeria, Angola, everybody is trading. And it's not just oil. We're trading in people, we're trading in technology, we're trading in solutions. Next slide. This is very for us. A lot of people don't realize this. Asia and Africa, and this is a documented history. History between the 3 continents dates back to the pre-Greco-Roman times. But in terms of documented history, as far back as almost 700 years ago, trade was happening across Africa and Asia through the Kenyan Horn, Ethiopian axis, and through the North Africa. It was always happening. Trade came first. Commerce came first. In the last millennia, we had a lot of Asian talent come to Africa to help build our education system, to help build infrastructure, railroad, to help build a lot of things. So this is just new. It's an age-old relationship that has been building and exchanging value historically. And we all remember fondly how Bollywood helped Nigeria create Nollywood as well. So it's something that has a rich history. Next slide. And this slide are available, by the way. After today, this slide will be available on our website, ACCI website. Go and check it out. And to our members as well, you can access the document to understand more. Like I said, Africa is not just a recipient, we also supply. And these are numbers to prove it. These are not numbers I have fabricated, numbers that are there and we can verify by fact. You can see the trade between both countries and how it's growing fast across sectors. Okay. Next slide. And there are sectors like fintech or renewables where Africa wrote the blueprints and they are scaling it. Is it M-Pesa or is it Cocoa or is it innovation? A lot of stuff. So it's not just that Africa is also participating equally here. And the numbers are very credible and very commendable. And these are things I want to talk about. It's a partnership that is both ways that benefit from. While Africa is trying to solve its own problems, they're also solving the world's problems in agro, in finance, in energy, in health. And India, having been a technology leader globally, is now bringing that to the table to partner with Africa to solve that. It's a real, genuine, symbiotic relationship. Next slide. Okay. And the African innovation history is well documented. Everybody knows it. And innovation and in technology, a young population, average age of 17 now, no more 18, are still getting younger, growing. 1.5 billion people, there'll be 2.5 billion people in next 30 years, growing, economy growing, finance growing, skilling. We're now learning, we're learning online, we're learning through skills, we're acquiring skills, and also scaling. We're networking together, we're collaborating, and we're consuming. So you have a young population, scaling, and consuming. It means we're building the future where the middle class and the MSMEs in Africa will have over 300 million MSMEs on the continent, largest number around the world. Africa has 300 MSME members. That means America has less than 30 million. Africa has 300 MSMEs. When these MSMEs have access to skill, to talent, to capital, to know-how, they are going to dominate the world. Africa and Asia are the future. No doubt about it. The future is ours. And numbers will be driven by the African innovation and market and Asia technology and capacity. Together, we'll build a better world. Next slide. So, this is who Asia and Africa is, Chamber of Commerce. This is who we are. You hear the Director General speak. We're a network of business and people, individuals, governments, partners who are focused on changing the world and how business is done and ensuring that trade is facilitated, relationships are engendered, and commerce thrives. Next slide. So far alone, last year, over 90 million was provided around network, and 2,900 jobs created. This year, we are targeting $1 billion in trade this year. Next slide, okay. We're targeting $1 billion. Our mandate to our members this year is to facilitate up to $1 billion in deals this year. That's our target for next year. How are we doing that? We are doing that through our webinars. We now have members growing in Nigeria at a very fast rate. We have opportunities for collaboration. For the next 2 months, we have about 15 Asian companies that are coming to Nigeria to sign MOUs with 15 Nigerian companies in sectors like agriculture, construction, energy, textile, everything. They are coming to our trade fair. 15 MOUs will be signed and announced. A lot of deals. We have Japanese companies coming. We have everybody coming. So we are going to ensure that this happens and we make sure everybody connects very well. Next slide. And the sectors are identified are clearly here. We see the healthcare, we see the agriculture, we see all these sectors we see here. So if you are doing these businesses, if you are an entrepreneur, an individual who is operating in any of these sectors, you want to be at the seminar, at the conference, a member of the network, because we are facilitating this. Because these sectors are driving growth across the continent at a massive scale. And this is where the future also is. In agriculture, in food, in energy, and everything. Next slide. And these are our goals. We've said it there. This is what we are targeting. And we know that with the help of the group, the amazing MD and Chairman Dr. Singh, and the technology that is built, we will surpass these numbers. These are our targets.
Perfect. Amazing.
Next slide. And this is it, right? We play a role. Nigeria is the biggest market on the continent. And as such, have to take a leading role in what it is. Already this year, like I said, we are helping 15 Asian companies find local partners here and sign MOUs in sectors that are important. We have people that now have queries about their stuff in Nigeria, a partner is doing this, how can we support? And once you're a member of any ACCI, you are getting these services free. The other chapter does not charge you because you're already a member. You don't get double charge twice. So no double charging, no chance for you to be defrauded. It is a member network. It is free. And this is what we're doing first. Next slide. And this is what we bring, this is what Nigeria brings to the market in terms of opportunity. This market economy that is growing, number of young population, the capital in play. Africa is just a great place to be right now. And Nigeria is the land of Africa. Next slide. Again, these are targets. $1 billion in trade. Then we'll know that we are now fulfilling our potential. And that's just a start. And we are committed to doing this. We are building an amazing member network across industries, in finance, in fintech, in energy, in industrials, in agrochemical, in everything. Our members are across all these industries. And I believe, once I remember, the value you get already will confirm why ACI's role is needed. Next slide. And again, like the MD said, there are real barriers to doing trade across markets. There's logistics, there's market knowledge, there's market access, there's talent, there's regulatory. All these are usual challenges. We can help you surmount them. Join us. Let's help you surmount them. And our mandate is simple. That's what we are. This will define the century, and we want to play a part in it. Join us. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. And we are sure that you are going to have immense benefits for being a member of Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce. And that concludes our report. Before the next segment, we can take a few Q&A questions before they talk about the seminar. We now open the floor for another 10-15 minutes for Q&A. If anybody has a question, now will be the time to ask a question, please. Thank you. For the Director General, for me, for my report, please come through your questions. You can just also type in the group, and we can read the question out for you as well. As a member, just log in and type your question until you can read as well. Because I see some people trying to dial in. So just type your message and let's have them. Okay, I think we have a question.
Okay.
Okay. It says here, as a member, do you also facilitate travels and visa requirements for visiting companies?
Okay, let me answer this question straight away. To be very honest and modest, facilitating anybody's travel is not possible. But yes, we have been supporting for visa assessments. We have been helping for, providing visa recommendation letters. And with the kind of reputation AACCI holds across the globe, in most of the nations' embassies, 99.99% the visa is usually through. Subject to they are traveling for business and they're traveling for legitimate reasons. But yes, other travel assessments we cannot support, but yes, visa assessments we definitely support. We do help, definitely.
Okay, so if you then, do you do that through the national chapters, right? Through national chapters, we then facilitate that.
Of course, 100%. It is always proposed. The system is very clear. Any request, any members, if they have any kind of request, they send it to the respective chapter president, and anything is only taken care by the Global Secretariat office only if it is coming through the chapter president's office. Because being at the chapter president, being at the Global Secretariat is very important for us to understand the importance only if it is coming from the chapter president office. Otherwise, there is no reason for it. So the chapter has to know what is the reason, and with the recommendation, the Global Secretariat can definitely support. Even the chapters can also support, but yes, we as a Global Secretariat for ACCI are always there to support, but it has to follow the protocols and it needs to come from the respective chapter office. Simple.
Okay, thank you for that. I have another question coming in. Just 1 second. I have another question here directed to me. Why is China not a member of AACCI yet? Or what are the plans for bringing China on board? Because China is very important in Africa. That's the question I have for you. Another question. Japan is, but China is not. I mean, members don't know why China is not a member yet. Is there any particular reason?
No, there is no, to be very honest, there is no particular reason for this, because look, in ACCI, the best part of the story, we are non-political bias. So we are not, influenced by any political, or we do not, we do not follow any country's basic political manifestations. Because look, this is about trade, this is about growth opportunities. And for us, the whole world is one family, right? So we always go with that notion. Unfortunately, so far, we have not been able to find out such an aggressive, prominent leader whom we can appoint as a chapter president, like we have as Dr. Akinto here. So unfortunately, we could not find somebody from China. The moment we do, yes, we will be okay to support. But yes, it is not that we do not support any specific country. We are always open to support. We do support. Recently, there were a couple of transactions from China to Sri Lanka, correct? Even to Bangladesh as well. So, I mean, ultimately, again, they are ACCI members. So when it comes to ACCI, ACCI is always there. And if you look at the combinations, like 102 countries, what the Global Secretariat is taking care of. So if 102 multiplied by 102, ACCI technically works for 10,400 cross-country combinations.
Okay.
So it is not that easy. But yes, we are open, we support. I mean, we do not deny the fact. We are always there for anything and everything, which is for generic, positive, and legitimate trade.
Okay. Thank you. I don't understand this question, but it says, does the chamber offer policy advocacy for members?
Yes, we do. When we say policy advocacy, it means, in a layman language, it simply means supporting a member to understand any country's specific policies. Say, for example, when Africa initially launched the Africa Free Trade Law, AfTA, we had a lot of people, a lot of members coming to us and asking about what exactly this Africa Free Trade Law works, correct? Because it is not that easy for anybody to understand government complete documentations. Correct. So we definitely try to support people, our members, understand what countries, what policies related to what specific industries or business opportunities are available. So we try to guide them on anything specific that is they are looking at. So yes, we do policy advocacies. We try to make them understand what exactly it is, and we reciprocate in the way they understand.
Thank you very much. I have another question. And it goes, good morning, sir. I would like to ask how AACCI helps to facilitate regulatory registrations as regards pharmaceutical products. For example, if you see a product available in India and want to bring it to Nigerian market, how and what role will AACCI play?
in this, the Global Secretariat will simply pass on this to my Excellency Dr. Akintoye, the Nigeria chapter president. That is the reason he has been placed there, and that is what his core fundamental services includes, and that is what he is very happy to help. Correct? So anybody who is looking forward to have their companies registered for Nigeria, all the members can send their LOI, letter of intent, addressing to the Global Secretariat office. And as the route comes from downwards to upwards, the same way it goes from upwards to downwards. So the Global Secretariat will pass that LOI with the recommendation to the Nigeria chapter president, and our Nigeria chapter president, Dr. Akintoye, will guide, will help, and will put in where best needed, and they can support the best possible. So this is how the whole cycle works. It's all about supporting each other in the respective designations. That is the reason we have chapter offices and we have chapter presidents present almost in most of the regions.
And just to add to that, and what Mr. Priya said is very, very correct. We are doing that already for our some African members and some Indian members as well. Requests come to NAFDAC for the president of the region, and will then find a local partner who then takes on the burden of registration and partnering and market entry. Market entry support is the key support that the Chamber of Commerce offers and provides. And I think a lot of people need to understand that. Market entry can be very complex in Africa based on regulation, know-how, infrastructure, challenges, partner fit. But at the Chamber of Commerce, we do that in a way that ensures that everybody is comfortable and the access is there, you know each other, and the burden is shared among not just you, but even your partner on ground. We find equal partners who have shared values, who then support each other. Any other question? I don't want to keep Mr. Singh. I have a few more questions there, but I think we'll probably just take a brief on question and speak about the trade fair happening in July 6th. Oh, wow. Okay, let me see the question. We can take one more. Okay. Hello, does AACCI help connect fintech companies in their network with businesses to help navigate border payments? Yes, we do. We do connect. Right now, we are supporting fintechs as well. Any market entry, whether it's in fintech in Nigeria, Kenya, I can speak for what we're doing, and I'll let Mr. Piri to speak. But yes, we do support. And if you have a need, become a member, come join, and let's support you. Thank you, Damilola Unisa. Mr. Pri, you want to add anything to it, or that's fine? Okay. So let's talk about the July 6 to 10 trade fair mission. For you guys are asking all about how to do a lot of things.
Yes.
So the come July 6 to 10, when we are appointed to drive the AACCI goal in Nigeria, we set out to do a few things. These webinars happen every 3 months. Webinars are for us to share market intelligence and everything, and also access. We do physical meetup. We've had one webinar, one member meetup in Nigeria, where members have come together to showcase their business. And these member meetup are physical and also virtual. We then also realized that a lot of this trade was happening and people did not know about it. As Mr. Piri said, our job is to engender collaboration, partnership, bring regulators, bring investors, bring operators, bring an academic, everybody to a conversation where we can then build the future that we like. We then tried at AACCI to do the first intercontinental trade fair, where companies from both Asia and Africa will exhibit, will talk, where regulators and policymakers will be there to share their insights so that companies can operate better, where investors will see opportunities, and where financiers, collaborators, everybody will have a great picture. So that's why we said, okay, we'll do an annual intercontinental trade fair, and this is first of the type ever done. It's happening in Nigeria. Next slide. Between July 6 to 10, and we are bringing and we are bringing everybody. It's going to happen in Ogun State. Ogun State is the industrial capital of the world, of Nigeria. Sorry, of Nigeria, and it's just after an hour outside Lagos. Everything about Ogun State is industry, and we want everybody to see Nigeria through our eyes. The accommodation partner is Radisson in Radisson, and for you if you are coming from anywhere from out of the world, if you log on to Radisson, we'll give you a code where they'll give you almost 50% discount on the rates. Radisson is supporting us by partnering with us and giving discount to people attending the conference from July 6 to 10 in Abeokuta. Next slide. So we have the event going to over 5-6 days. We're going to launch our headquarters for ACCI in Nigeria, in Abeokuta. We'll have a conference and an exhibition and a fair on the Obasanjo Presidential Library Conference Center, where we'll have it. And President Obasanjo himself will be there to welcome you, and the host governor as well. And we're going to have a lot of exhibition and stands where all our sponsors are going to display their products, and people are attending as well. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we are going industry visits to Dangote Refinery, to Lafarge Cement, to Obasanjo Farms, to Temple Packaging, to MC Paracetamol, to Codex, to a lot of companies. Just look where you can then go in and look at industries, what they're really doing, ask questions. This will give partners opportunity to see what market opportunity in Nigeria. If you're an pharmaceutical in India or Japan, or you come there, you see company doing that in Nigeria, you can collaborate. If you're in every industrial, if you're in loops, everybody will get a counterpart to see how they scaled, learn from them, get market insight, first market insight, see the product, understand the market. This is what is missing in both networks. People just go and talk, they don't have a first-hand feel. We are making this very practical. You see it, you meet people, you visit, so that you have first-hand information, not just data points from online from ChatGPT. Then, then we are going to have a cultural experience as well. And on a Friday, we continue the exhibition, presentation, conference, and gala. And that's the agenda. Next slide. I've just discussed activity, and we have to show the speakers. We have an array of amazing speakers that will speak to you. An array of amazing speakers, all for the next yes, for panel one. You have the Director General of NAFDAC come to talk to you about what's happening in the drug and food administration in Nigeria. You have the Commissioner of Health for Ogun State that will moderate the panel of all the successful pharmaceutical and companies and health companies in Nigeria. Prior to that, you have President Obasanjo welcome us. We have the host governor, His Excellency Mr. Abiodun, speak to us, welcome you. You're going to have the King, Chairman of ACCI, talk about what ACCI is trying to do in Nigeria. Then we have another panel. We have President Mbeki, President Banda. We have the DG of NASIMA, Dr. Gani Ibrahim. NASIMA is the National Association of Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Nigeria. That is organized private sector. 40 million members strong, right? Come and talk to you about the relationship between ACCI and NASIMA. We are partners with NASIMA as well, like Mr. Puri said. And in that panel, I'm going to see other members across other industries successful. Again, some of them will go and visit, some of them you see. I can see it's not just Nigerians. We have our Asian partners also on this panel. Again, it's building bridges. Panel 3. Energy sector. We have, His Royal Highness, Eminence, Dr. Ebere Chukwuoji. He's going to talk about the energy sector in both oil and gas, renewables, power, everything. And we have a key segment where you have a lot to talk about people in upstream oil and gas, downstream oil and gas, renewables, solar, carbon trading, everything, energy. Africa needs energy to grow. Energy is very important. That's our panel 3. Panel 4. Finance sector. So for guys in the finance sector, I'm gonna have everybody come to us again by expecting the DG of SEC in Nigeria to come and tell you about the government's plan for capital protection, capital formation, and everything. And we have all that other people come and talk from it, from people across various sectors, from banking to fintech to mortgage, everything. We discuss the opportunities, the challenges, and collaboration. Panel 5. Technology. We're hoping to get the Honorable Minister of Digital Economy and Communication to come and talk to us about all these things that is driving innovation in technology across all sectors. We then have active market participants, and the sector will be moderated by the CEO of Tech Cabal, the Big Cabal Group in Nigeria. And we have other members of everybody in technology who are doing things from whether it's HR tech or fintech or health tech or media tech. They're all here. And it's not just Nigerian, it's Ivorians, it's Senegalese, it's Nigerians, it's everybody's here as well. Next slide. And panel 6, we have the Asia-Africa trade. And we're expecting the Honorable Minister of Trade and Investment to come speak to us about investment policy of Nigeria. And there, we have everybody who is involved in Asia-Africa trade, driving it, facilitating, come and talk to us. Of course, before this period, we're going to hear from the DG and the chairman of Asia-Africa first. They're going to give a keynote before this segment, so you understand what he said again. But this has been curated for everybody to participate. And a lot of companies coming there. I mean, our sponsors and exhibitors will be exhibiting. So this conference has been scheduled for all of us to come and participate. First, attendance is free. However, attendance to conference is free. But if you want to then have the dinners, the exhibition access, the trade trips, it is for delegates only. That's a paid attendance. But for the conference itself, on Tuesday and on Friday, it is free. For the industry visits, the networking sessions, the one-on-one meeting with presidents and regulators is for members only or paid delegates. Okay, so we're not trying to monetize you because just come and listen and learn is free. We are focused on building this chamber of commerce for everybody, and so that's our event for July 6 to 10. We invite everybody to come and register, attend, learn, participate in your own way, and we promise you it will be a great experience. This is the first time it's been done. It's been done, and we welcome everybody up. This is how to register and access is there. Again, after today, you'll be on our website, go and everything. We have deadlines, everything is there, and we're looking forward to having everybody come and join us. Thank you for listening. And I think we'll just end with the questions and answer. We have one or two more questions, and we can call it a day. The question we have, are there any priority investment sectors right now? I mean, we have, every sector is important to us. Very invested at every sector. So it's not about priority sectors. For us, your business is important. Your priority. Yeah. We won't support you. I mean, I mentioned technology, healthcare, agri, finance. That's because the members we have right now, that's what is driving their need. But as I speak with you, we're about to onboard two members, one in fashion and one in media. And we'll support them as well. Because Asia, fashion is fashion and textile is a big industry there. So we're able to connect them as well, and media as well. So we are about to onboard two new members, one in media, one in fashion and culture. So every sector is important. Every sector is encouraged. Our job is to be sector agnostic. We are sector agnostic, and we are focused on just driving relationship between both parties. We'll just take one more question, if there's any, and we can then just call it a day. That's okay, because Mr. Piri is a busy person, and we are lucky enough to have him join us and support us. It's been of immense support to us, and we appreciate you. And we hope, hopefully, that the work we are doing for this young chapter is the management of Asia Africa is pleased with it.
So I would just like to say that Nigeria is not only the strongest economy of Africa, but it is an innovation gateway of Africa. So, all the viewers who are here watching us, maybe live or maybe the recorded session, I would like to confirm that now there is no need to have even a pinpoint of fear, because there has been a lot of myth in the Asian belt for people traveling to Africa. Trust me, we have been traveling to Africa since 2018, and we have always been welcomed warmly as brothers and sisters. So it is one of the best places to travel with a lot of business opportunities, starting from a pin to a plane. Either that could be technology, it could be assessment. The only thing we need to keep in mind while traveling to Africa is we are there to explore Africa, not exploit Africa. Only then you are warmly welcome, you are taken care of, and you see a different world altogether. Africa is always here. So that is what I have been always initiating, requesting people to understand it. That is the only reason now ACCI Global Secretariat Office have taken an initiative of taking specific industry-specific delegations to different parts of Africa. Either that could be pharma, medical tourism, healthcare, machineries, agriculture, technology. So there are a couple of delegations which we are planning, starting with the best upcoming event in Nigeria, which is happening from 6th to 10th. I'm sure, looking at the enthusiasm of my Nigeria family, this event is going to be one of the best ever happening. I wish you all the very best. Be rest assured, Global Secretariat Office is always standing close to you like a shadow to see all my brothers and sisters prospering and making a new face of Africa. Thank you. It was an honor, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Priru. Thank you for your support. And we can't wait to have you here in July and to see and make a success. The last question we'll take, somebody asked whether there's any interest in AI. The answer is yes. AI is a sector we like, and we have partners in Asia looking for Nigerian partners. So come and join and let's take AI forward. Thank everybody for listening.
Definitely.
This brings us to the end of our session. Your questions, forward them to us. We'll respond to them. And this recording of this session plus the report will be on our website after the session. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.